Hello, everyone. Welcome to the channel. I'm Teacher Patrice, but this YouTube account is Patsy. Well, this is my first time to upload a video about me working as an ESL teacher, and I'm pretty much sure you are curious about the company I'm working with, which is B2. Yes. So, just for you to know, I've been working with them for more than a year. It's basically a year and roughly 3 months now. So I think this is a high time for me to share my experiences. Let's begin. Okay, let's have the website where it all started. Mhm. So you can visit b2.asia. So once you visit it, you can see this pop up screen, right? I just click the sign up now button and there's just few things to fill out, but the most important thing is that you get to be prepared with these three documents needed. First, lately B2 has become more strict when it comes to qualifications of a moderator. You'll be needing your teaching certificates such as TESOL, TFL, or CELTA. Anything will do. If you have all of them, then that's better, right? Next, just like any other ESL company, you need to have a minute intro video. But what's good here is you can just choose between a video or an audio intro. Next would be, of course, your CV. So here are the three things you need to prepare before you fill out your information. All right. Well, I'm just gonna tell you that right now there's a lot of websites that you're gonna see, but this is what I used when I sent my application, b2.asia. Let's move on. Again, b2.asia. So whether you're an applicant, you're still an applicant, and fortunately you get hired, you'll be needing these two applications. So the most important thing is that you have your Telegram because that's where our bosses will be able to contact us for an interview, anything, any information about your interviews. We're going to have your interviews, your demo classes, the training. So you need to download your Telegram. I didn't know this before I joined B2, and I just filled out my Philippines mobile number. Yeah. All right. And then when you get hired, congratulations. You need to download your B2 for moderator application. Here it is. Okay, let's move on to the next part. Where are we? Yes. So moving on to the equipment. Of course, you'll be needing your laptop or PC before before maybe just 2 months ago I was able to conduct a class using a phone because it's allowed. But nowadays, they become more strict that they only allow us to use laptop or PC. So that's a kind of challenge for most moderators who started with just using their mobile phones, right? But we will be needing it. So we have to really find ways to have one. Next is a stable internet. They're not so strict. I noticed they're not so strict with having a stable internet because I don't use LAN cable. Sometimes I use my pocket Wi-Fi. And as long as we have a smooth class and there's no complaints from student, and if you feel like your internet is unstable, then you can just exit the class. That's what's nice about B2. So you can just use your pocket Wi-Fi. Third, headset. I'm not sure about this, but I just wanted to tell you guys that just invest on noise canceling headsets. Yeah, just go for it. Fourth one would be a plain or at least clutter free background. I'm using just, if you can see me, I'm just using a white background and I just have my whiteboard attached to it in case I'll be needing it for instructions or just follow up information. I just write them down here. Yeah, there you go. And I'm also working with another ESL company, which I'm gonna talk about next time. All right, now we're done with the equipment for all the steps here in B2. For your interview, demo, and actual classes, these are all the things that you'll be needing. Okay, let's move on. All right, so for moderator's age, we have to be at least 18 years old. Dress code, of course, we have to wear at least decent clothes. And for women, I suggest to wear light makeup. At least put on some lipstick, please. For students' nationalities, we have Vietnamese and Thai students, and they're aged 4 years old to 60 years old. Well, in the website, if you can read, it says 6 years old, but as a teacher here, as a moderator here, I've talked to 4 years old and oldies, 60 plus years old. And let's move on. Here are the users' levels. Here are the levels of our students. You can see we have unqualified. Don't be scared to put your students in unqualified position or in qualified level, because there are some who really depend on translators. So please, if you encounter trial classes, don't be scared to put them in unqualified, or notify the support team about it. And you can see all the other levels as well, what they're going to have, what topics are will they be talking about, and more questions in the lower part of the website. So just visit the website so you can read more about the company. All right, moving on. There is a part about being a moderator. So we'll be talking more about each phrases. I mean each descriptions here. All right. So let's begin with the first part. For the first part, we'll be talking about the schedule. I know, of course, we'll be working, so flexibility is what we're looking for. And that's what made me stay here in B2, actually, because I can work flexibly in my spare time. Of course, during my first few months here in B2, I really dedicated my time. I worked more than 5 hours a day, even though it's just for part time. But as time went by, life changes. So the rules as well in B2. So nowadays, they want us to just work flexibly, but there are also some schedules will be given to the new moderators. I'm not so sure, but for me, I have to work 8 to 11 p.m. But I have to be honest, I sometimes don't follow it anymore. Yeah, from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. That's the time Biru is online. Like everyone's online. Should be online, right? Okay, next would be 25 minutes. That's the maximum class duration. Well, there are times that you enter a room where there's a student and you notice the time at the lower left portion of your screen. It's like you're supposed to see 25 minutes, but sometimes you see 10 minutes left because there were some technical issues with the student or the teacher. So that's the downside of what I see in B2, because you'll be catering to some students that had encountered technical issues. And we expect to have at least 25 minutes of a class, but we need to cater that 10 minutes. But yeah, we'll be talking about the salary later. Yeah, it's part of the salary. And next, it's the part-time, can be working part-time or full-time. That's fine. Just tell your admin about your working setting. And yeah, for this month, we need 20 classes, a quota per week. But I think this varies depending on the demands or the number of students each season. I think it's about season that the number of classes or the number of quotas or of quota a week. All right. So there you go. Next would be, this is how my homepage look like. You can see I clicked the on the upper right corner beside my name, beside the beside the bell button. You can see the busy and available. So I we just need to, if ever you're gonna apply here, just need to click on that red button or the available button whenever you feel like, because this is really working flexibly. So of course you're gonna choose available if you want to wait for students, if you're ready to be booked by students, but busy if you need to go somewhere, or if you just feel like not having a class. That's it. And moving on, we have two class systems here. The first one is waiting for calls. So this is in on this video you can see how we wait for calls. So just wait a moment. Yeah, we can see it now. So I just clicked the join button because of course I wanted to have a class. I've been waiting for student. So we have Tom here and he's kind of shy. He didn't open his camera. So yeah, we just had a quick talk because this is just 25 minutes. So I accepted the call and we are having a good talk. And you can see on the screen that we have emoticons. It's just to make our class livelier. Yeah, because we have a lot of options to use here. And then for the class flow, it's on the lower left corner. You can see I click the vocabulary. This is where the student needs to look at first because they need to learn new words, idioms, phrases, and even sentences here that can be very helpful for the conversation, for the topic. And then next, I'll be clicking on the outline beside the vocab. These are the set of questions that we will be talking about in the class. And beside the outline, it's the information. That's a brief summary of the topic that the student chose. So that's basically it. Of course, you can see the chat over here. We should utilize it because that's what it is for. So it's what it is for. So and that's basically the classroom. And yeah, if you like it, then maybe you can apply. All right. Well, this is the most exciting part. We'll be talking about salary. Mhm. All right. So happy time. Salary time. So in B2, as what you can see, there's a lot of computation going on my screen because we have a unique system for salary. Ever since I worked here, it kind of changed a bit. Actually, a lot has changed this month. Well, you can see here it's 25 minutes class duration. But if you could check the website, it says 30 minutes class duration. It changed now. But when counting the salary, it's still the 30 minutes to one class setting. Like it's from decades ago. That's the basic rule. The 30 minutes is equals to one class because before we have 30 minutes for one class. So it's something that we're still debating on. Yeah, actually. So yeah, let me just show you the computation. So you can see here, for example, last week, you can see we have 647 minutes total minutes in that week, and I have to divide it by 30. That made a total of 21.6 session. Yeah, 30 because of the minutes, the consideration for one class. And then 21.6 classes times 2 because that's my teacher's rate. Your teacher's rate will be determined by your demo classes. And I just got my salary raise. So I got this times 2. Yes. And for last week, I earned 43.2 US dollars. And you can see my schedule. I didn't work Friday. I choose not to work Friday. Sometimes I sometimes work any time of the week. And sometimes I work every day as long as I reach the quota. That's what I do. hmm Sometimes my day off would be Sunday or Saturday. I can choose any time of the week without penalties. So that's just what I love about B2. Unfortunately, there's something going on with the salary computation. I hope they will fix this soon. Moving on, mode of payment, we have Payoneer and PayPal, and payout is every fifth of the month. Mhm. Yes, I never experienced getting my salary late. It's either most of the time it's on the day itself or a day before the fifth. Yes. And yeah, the management is also the reason why I'm staying, because they're like friends. They're so sweet when you talk to them. I don't know, my manager, my admin is just so sweet. She would send me emojis on Telegram. That's what I love. They're really approachable and always online, especially the support team. They're always online, like every day, even late at night. Amazing. That's good. All right. Next would be the lesson materials and platform. You can see on the screen, yeah, these are all the topics that the student can choose from, if only they are in elementary level and onwards. That's right. And they can choose their own, the topics that they feel like talking about. Everything is provided. You can see that we have our own platform. We have the classroom. We can still use the mobile app, but never use it for classes. We must conduct classes using PC or laptop. And again, this is a free talk class because this focuses on speaking of students. And yeah, again, we have an introduction about the topic, vocabulary, and the questions part are the only things that we need to talk about in the lessons. That's it. No need to teach about grammar, specifically about grammar. Like, yeah, it's not really like that. We just have to talk like a friend. And moving on, we have bonuses and penalties. Just a little. But at least we have extra shift bonus. We have the students positive feedback bonus. If you are one of the top tutors to receive positive feedbacks, you're going to have it. Third is the performance bonus. However, we also have penalties, but I've never I've just received it once in my 1 year of stay here when I forgot to evaluate my student. That's just $1, only $1. And yeah, please don't miss a confirmed booking class. Of course, you will get penalty and bad rating and complaints from students. I hope I will not experience this because it will affect your rating, and aside from that you will receive a penalty. I guess it's $1 penalty. Just $1, 50 pesos. And moving on, in the section about earlier, if you can remember, we had this part, right? There's a section about after 6 months. Let's go back to it. Okay, this video is so slow. Yeah, here on the lower right corner. So you can see after 6 months working in B2, moderators will receive a teaching certificate for future application. I got it exactly 6 months. I just asked my admin in charge for it, but I don't really need it yet. So yeah, you can ask it anytime as long as you've got your 6 months working here in B2. And yeah, we're down to the last page. I just wanted to remind you about the recruitment. We have 5 steps: interview, demo class, and training are via Google Meet. I hope it's still the same. So there you go. Well, it took me just, I think, less than a week for me to start working here in B2. Started when I sent my CV. It was really fast. I just chose to start a week after. because of conflict with schedule. But it was really a smooth transition from being unemployed to employed here in B2. So, yeah, that's all. Thank you so much for listening. And I hope I'm helpful to you in case you wanted to try out B2 speaking application. Don't forget to subscribe, like it, and if you have any questions, feel free to comment below. All right. Thank you. It's me, Teacher Patrice. I know there's a lot of questions, but yeah, just ask me anything. I'm willing to help. Goodbye. See you next time.